along the edge, and then you want to...
At Casis Elementary, students are measuring up. Confused about the metric system? Ask a third grader.
Hey, what do you know? It's 5 centimeters.
They're also eating up their lessons. The Casis Garden classroom started when parents had an idea for a blank sunny spot beyond the parking lot. With teachers, parents, and some professional help, they built a garden to connect students to the origins of food.
The PTA had made some extra money through our fall carnival and said, can we use that as seed money to build a garden? And so the principal was very, very supportive.
We really feel strongly that having hands-on experiences for kids helps them learn. And we wanted to focus on our science curriculum, and what better way for children to learn about science than to have their hands in the dirt.
A lot of classes had been doing gardening sort of outside of their door and just as a classroom garden, and we thought, gosh, it'd be really nice to have a school-wide garden because you could grow a lot more, you could experiment with a lot of different things.
Their new venture brought together parents, teachers, and students to figure out gardening.
What we did is we got these little napkins and we glued radish seeds on them, and there were grids under them. There were 1-inch grids, and then we put them in the ground, and we knew these napkins would decompose. And so the radishes grew in the right amount of spacing.
We are constantly learning and reevaluating and checking ourselves, and that it's okay to stretch and maybe make a mistake and learn from those mistakes.
Maybe 2 people can do the 5-gallon container?
I'll do it here.
Okay, you guys go get them.
It's not about us teaching them, it's about everyone learning together in a community.
Does anybody know what this measures?
It's become a team effort to connect classroom curriculum with lessons on growing organic food. On Fridays, students can choose to spend lunch recess tending the garden. With hundreds of energetic volunteers from many classrooms, they get a lot done in a short time.
They come and they do the weeding, all the maintenance chores, make sure it gets watered, do any planting that we're planning. Harvesting is always the most popular thing.
Do you think we should put them in one of these barrels? Sure. All right.
Lessons are geared for each grade level.
What do you got?
2 centimeters.
2 centimeters, okay.
So 2.5.
2.5, okay.
We're in our geometry unit with a lot of measurement, area, perimeter, volume, capacity, and it's just the perfect fit for a real-world application for them to be able to take what we're learning in the classroom and use it.
So you've got your length. What about your width and your depth?
10.
All right. Great.
That makes it real. I mean, being able to stand out here and measure the area of the flower beds or the volume of the compost area is more realistic for them to get a picture and see it than it is to just learn the formula in a book.
The wheelbarrow is a 10 cubic foot wheelbarrow, which is equal to 75 gallons.
And so we're going to take these yardsticks and we're going to measure a cubic yard.
And also for them to think about the process. So I'm going to have to measure this and figure out how many seeds do I need to buy? And possibly even going even further, how much will that cost me? So how are we going to figure out how many seeds?
192 divided by 2. 192.
And also thinking about how to prove a certain answer. So they measured something and they're really sure that that's what it is, that that's accurate. Someone else has a discrepancy. How can I prove my answer? And that's a critical thinking skill.
290 plus 289.
We got 289.
Yeah, you rounded. So what are we doing? Yeah, we rounded it.
With their sundial, students connect to how the sun's position impacts the seasons and their crops. Science and gardening join hands to nourish the crops with liquid seaweed, a natural fertilizer. The Casis garden teaches natural pest control, like for fire ants. But the children also learn to recognize beneficial insects and how broadband insecticides harm them.
We found larvae! I found larvae.
It's a long-term picture they're imprinting, how all of us impact our ecosystem.
it comes up every day in our classrooms, regardless of whether it's math or science, or we're reading a novel or learning about what other cultures are doing. Being able to tie into how what we're doing to be more self-sustaining and reduce and help the environment ties to everything that we discuss in class.
Water restrictions in 2009 made another important connection when they lost their crops.
They learned about the weather cycles from, learning about the drought and the water restrictions, and how it affects our food supply.
Now that's when it really hits home.
Yes, take them. Take them, take them, take them.
I come out here at lunchtime and I see children eating things that most kids typically wouldn't put in their mouths. And it's great to see them eating eggplant and asparagus and mint and all kinds of other fruits and vegetables that are just a wonderful part of a healthy, organic, nutritious diet.
The Casis gardeners are also learning how to propagate ornamental native plants from seed to feed their wildlife. And it's never too early to start.
Oh, what are you going to do with that? Can you eat it?
My daughter is at the daycare here we have for teachers, and it starts at 6 weeks. And last week I was out here with the toddlers, the 1 and 2 year olds, and we were looking at ladybugs and worms with magnifying glasses and planting herbs and eating carrots right out of the garden. So our program is not only for kindergarten through 5th grade, but it's also it starts at 6 weeks. So we're literally starting at the ground up.
Yeah. And they said
Lillian tastes it?
Yeah.
On the camera, huh?
So how do the children grade this project?
Getting our hands dirty and just having fun here. It's really
It's a really
awesome.
nice program.
Yeah, we love it.